other. The woman, she's the earth. When you look at the Arabic word for earth is ar, it's feminine. The earth needs to be cultivated. And who is the one responsible for going out working? What is the role of the man? Allah tells you what the role of the man is. He is a protector. He is a maintainer of the woman. He protects her mentally, spiritually, emotionally, in every type of way that he can. Even if it costs him his life. He maintains her with his livelihood. And Allah says, as a result of that, the righteous woman, she's faithful, she's loyal, she's obedient. She guards in her husband's absence what Allah would have her guard. This is the relationship between a man and a woman. But see, the government, they practicing Islam right now. You know how they practice Islam? Through housing and through the food stamp program. Section 8. They're practicing Islam. And when they put this woman in this house, you know what they tell them? I don't want no other dude living here with you. I don't want nobody coming here that I disapprove of. What is the right of the man? She must allow no one to come into his house or their house, which is really her house, because you know, that's what he has to provide. That's her house, really. That ain't his house, that's her house. But still, she must not let nobody come in there without his permission. You see? And the government provides the food stamps. You know? This is Islam. So man and woman have to know how to relate to each other. Once man and woman know how they relate to each other, then there will be no failures as far as relationships go. Children must know how to relate to their parents. Parents must know how to relate to their children. Look at Surah Lugmon. Now when I came in here, for some reason, I don't know if it was by design or it just so happened to be that, but the Quran was open to Surah Lugmon. Allahu Akbar. And what's the advice that Lugmon gave to his son? He told him, first of all and foremost, he informed him, the worst thing that you can do is worship someone else other than your creator. That's the worst thing that you can do. Then after that, he said, your Lord has enjoined on you kindness to parents. Now when I looked up the tafsir on this, you know, the brother did a great job with the tafsir. And he said that, first of all, Lugmon informed his son, of the right of Allah, which is to be worshipped alone. That was Lugmon talking. That was Allah telling us what Lugmon said. He said, shirk is the worst thing that you can do, is associate somebody else in worship with Allah. It's the worst thing you can do. Allah tell you this in the Quran. He said that he forgives everything. But he said if you die worshiping someone else other than him or associate someone else and partner with him, then you are through death. And mind you, worship is obedience. So if someone say, okay, well, it's lawful for you to go and marry that brother over there. Or sister, it's lawful for you to go marry that sister over there. And you listen to them and say, okay, you know what, you're right. Guess what? You got your one-way ticket. Because you just put someone higher than Allah. Allah say no. Because you know what happens? That's detrimental to the human race. Two men cannot reproduce. Two women cannot reproduce. We'll be all extinct if all men start messing with men and all the women start messing with women. We'll probably be dinosaurs running around on the earth somewhere. SubhanAllah. So anyhow, Lugmon was teaching his son the relationship between him, or rather both of them. But first of all, he taught him the relationship between him and Allah. And after that, Allah came and Allah informed his son of the right of the father. So the wisdom is that when you teach your children to obey Allah, you're teaching them to obey you. How do you relate to your brother or your sister that doesn't have a job? How do you relate to your brother or sister that doesn't have a house or a home? How do you relate to your brother or sister that's sleeping in the car? Don't know where their next meal is going to come from. How do you relate to the people out in the streets, killing each other? How do you relate to the massacre that just took place in New Zealand? How do you relate? How do you relate to the rest of the world? How do you relate to the Christians? How do you relate to the Jews? How do you relate to the atheists? And so forth and so on. How do you relate to them? You know why there's so much violence in the world? People shooting and killing up each other like what just took place in New Zealand? Because they do not know how to relate to us. They do not know how to relate to us. The reason why you see so-called Muslims killing Muslims, because they don't know how to relate to each other. The people that's being overlooked, your brother and your sister, who don't have nowhere to stay, who don't have a wife, who don't have a husband, who don't have a job, and so forth and so on. How do you relate to them? The Messenger of Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he summed it up when he said, none of you, not one of you in here, or that's outside of here, who claim to be a Muslim or a believer, I'm not saying that you're not, but I'm just saying if you claim that title, then this is for you. He said none of you will have complete Iman until you want for your brother what you want for yourself. That's how you relate to the brother or the sister that don't have a job. You got a job, right? Help the brother and the sister get a job. You got somewhere to stay, right? Help your brother and sister get somewhere to stay. You got a husband, you got a wife, help your brother get a wife. Help your sister get a husband. These people that's out here in these streets, alcoholics, drug addicts, so forth and so on. How do you relate to them? Do you relate to them by bashing them? Don't do this. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. You know, drinking is not good. Oh, you shouldn't be eating the pork. Oh, you know, you shouldn't be doing, subhanAllah. You are running people away from Islam. And that's not coming from me. That's coming from the Messenger of Allah. Go research Sahih Bukhari. Guarantee you will find this hadith that was quoted by Aisha, radiyallahu anha, when she said that the Messenger of Allah said that if the Messenger of Allah had come to the people telling them, oh, don't commit fornication, don't drink alcohol, he said the people would have said, we would never accept Islam. Never. I hear this all the time. I'm a da'i. I be out in the streets. I listen to the people. In order to relate to people, you got to listen to them. Get out in these streets. Get to know the people. Because if you, and many of us in here, we from the streets. So we definitely should know how to relate to the people that's in the streets. But you know, I hear so many people because I love my pork. What do you tell that person? That's the wrong way to invite people to Islam, telling them don't drink and don't do this. No, brother, go ahead and drink. Have your drink. You know, don't be comfortable around me. Me, I like people to be comfortable around me. I don't even like people to know who I'm is. Because once they find out, they become intimidated. They shut down. No, I need you to open up to me. I need to listen to you. You know, I need to be your psychologist. I need to see like what you going wrong in. And then what direction I can point you in. So for the people who tell me, oh, well, you know, I never accept Islam because I love eating pork. You know, I told my cousin this the other day. We out working, and this is how I do my work. You know, I have people working with me. You know, people from the streets, and you know, for some reason, you know, he offered me some of his sub. He had sub, and I was like, yeah, give me a piece. I hadn't eaten all day. You know, so and I stopped for a minute. I said, wait, what kind of meat is that? And I say, he say Italian. He said it's a mixture of different meats. I say, no, I'm all right, go ahead. And he say, oh yeah, I forgot you can't eat this kind of meat. No, I said, but I can do whatever I want to do. Allah gave me a free will. If I want to eat that pork, I can eat that. If I want to walk out this mall right now, go to the liquor store and get me a drink, I can do that. Allah gave me the freedom of will to do that. But Allah said, don't do it. Allah said, you shouldn't do it. Because if you do it, it's going to be some bad consequences behind that. You see the difference? Never let nobody take away your free will. That's something that Allah gave you. You see what I'm saying? But I'm showing you how to relate to people. Okay? So now how I relate to these people, I tell them, I say, well, listen, there's a verse in the Quran that states that, you know, Allah says that He forgives all sin. You know, but what He won't forgive is you die worshiping someone else other than Him. So if a person did not drink, did not smoke, did not gamble, did not commit fornication, and did everything under the sun, but that person, they acknowledge sincerely, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, and they stand firm on that. But they did all this stuff. There's hope for them. But on the other hand, if a person, I confused it a little bit. Let me back up. Let me catch myself. I said that if a person doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't do all this type of stuff, but yet they say that there's another God besides Allah, that's through them. I don't care how much charity you gave. I don't care how holy and out you appear to be, how pious you appear to be, but you committed the worst thing that you can do. On the other hand, if a person acknowledges La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and only Allah knows what's right here, and they take that to the grave with them, when them angels, when Nakir asked them, who is your Lord? And they said, Allah. They said, what is your deen? Islam. But who is this man? Who is Muhammad? Rasulullah, the messenger of Allah. Alhamdulillah, you good to go. But if you say any other thing other than Allah is your Lord, Islam is your way of life, and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, don't even worry about it. Because you're going to get hit so hard in the hammer, you probably going to have a knot bigger than this right here on my head. So, we have to learn how to relate to Allah's creation. We have to learn how to relate to the world around us. And the only way that we can do that is by observing, listening, and understanding people. Until then, we're going to continue to see what we saw in New Zealand, what we saw in the Middle East, what we saw that's going on, what we see that's going on over here in America. What's going on in the White House. That's an example of the people in there not knowing how to relate to the people. And the people don't know how to relate to them. That's the last point I'm going to make, and then that's it. And this is a hadith. I'm going to wrap it up with this. And this hadith is actually a confirmation of what's in the Bible that was said by Isa ibn Maryam. Okay? And it says that when the day of judgment, the people are going to come and say, Lord, Lord, Lord. Oh Allah, oh Allah, oh Allah. Allah's going to be like, who is you? And Allah is going to say, When I was hungry, you didn't feed me. When I was naked, you didn't clothe me. When I was sick, you didn't visit me. And they're going to be like, Ya Allah, you're the Rabbil Alameen. Well, what do you mean when you was hungry and when you was naked and so forth and so on? And Allah is going to say, when my servant was naked, you didn't clothe him. When my servant was hungry, you didn't feed him or her. When my servant was sick, you did not visit them. When my servant didn't have anywhere to stay, you did not provide them with shelter. In order for us to have a good relationship with Allah, we have to go through His creation. The creation is the means. The creation is the means of getting to know Allah and having a great relationship with Allah. And the only way that we can do this is by establishing great relationships with Allah's creation. So, from this day forward, from here on out, if you want to have a great relationship with Allah, when a brother or a sister come to you and they being tested, they don't have nowhere to stay, they don't have nothing to eat, they don't have any clothing to wear, they don't have a wife, husband, or whatever, how do you relate to them? You help them. You help them get what they need. Don't make no excuses. Oh, well, you know, brother, you're doing something wrong, but sister, you're not doing this right, and so forth. SubhanAllah. That was the time when the Messenger of Allah didn't have nowhere to stay. When he was home, they had to tie stones to their belly. So when you see a brother coming to you or a sister coming to you, asking you for something to eat, provide them with a meal, think about that. Think about how the Messenger and his companions didn't have anything to eat, didn't have nowhere to stay, didn't have clothing to put on their back. Think about that before you start passing inaccurate judgment upon the next brother and sister. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما صليت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر وسوسة الناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس جنا آمين جزاك الله خيرا أتم الصلاة
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله على الصلاة وإلى الصلاة وقامت الصلاة وقامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الله أكبر